about love and what is love. Many people talking about love, but they do not understand what is love. And love have 5 fruits for its bearing.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get together and feel all right. As I said, I speak about her. Before I go any further, thank you for writing. So keep on writing to me. If you have any problem with magical spells or demons possessed, keep on writing to me or call me up. Thank you for writing. I said I speak about black men, white men, the Bible, magical herbs, and magical spells. We got to speak about those things because we have many people are not, and some are secretly doing all of these things. And also they're calling upon God, and they try to hide behind the book you call the Bible. They're hiding because they want you to know that they're a holy man and they're inspired by God to do the work. But they're fooling you again. What I'm saying, I'm not here to fool you. I'm here to tell you that there's a lot of stuff in the book you call the Bible that is not right. Why it's not right? Because the people that wrote it, they changed the story. And the people that changed the story, they are Anglo-Saxon people. But why they change the story in the first place? If you're going to fool a nation of people, you must have something to fool them with. You can't just go there and say, I'm going to fool them. You must have some knowledge of fooling them. And if you know that every life begun in Africa and is scattered all over the world, as they're telling you, and we, the black woolly man, is the original man, that means all life came from us. And many years ago, you could not tell that to a white person, but they are telling it to us in dispensation of time. But my great-great-grandfather was so smart and witty, these guys could dig steel from the earth without any equipment whatsoever. They could purify gold, and they make the finest of jewelry that ever exists in any time. But my question is, how did these black men refine this gold, purify the gold, clean the gold up, and bake bricks to make building? How did they do that? All I could say, there was self-thought. They been taught by spirit. As I said in Paul's program, there's a lot of spirit all over the world. Spirit live all over. And some spirit are trying to find place to occupy, like occupying the human, the living body, abandoned home. So one must protect themselves from the demons. Just like the 5-point star that I have on my altar of the pentagram, there is no other talisman come above that talisman that men can make. Because my great-great-grandfather already made that. And he did not make it from gold. And he did not make it from silver. But he made it from certain wood. And certain metal. So the demons, when the demons see that, they cannot overpower the living body because they are afraid of it. It's not everyone can see demons. They are invisible. You have to go into a certain trance to see the spirit, and all you see is a shadow of a human. If you do not recognize the shadow, it's a strange spirit. For instance, your mother or your father die, and all of a sudden for 10 years you have not seen anything, but all of a sudden you see the shadow of your mother walking through the house or walking to the bathroom. It's the spirit. And it's like a twinkle of an eye you saw that spirit. It will not utter to you because you have not the power how to let that spirit speak with you. You have to change your ways of how to communicate. And those are done secretly. You just don't wake up and tell your children how to speak with spirit. Because they will get in trance, and if they cannot come out of the trance, they will end up into the crazy homes. Some people study books to communicate with spirit. Some use cards and all type of stuff. But there's many ways. And once you know how to do it, it will remain with you, and you must teach your children before you fade away. And the Bible that you have will not tell you how to communicate with spirit. It will speak of spirit. It will speak of all type of things. Men having sex with men, women having sex with beasts, using the dead bone for sacrifice, using the blood. But you know what I think? What bothers me that the Bible speaks of so many sacrifices of blood, and it seems like the God of the Bible requires blood, because every place you look, it's one blood for sacrifice. Sacrifice of dove, sacrifice of turtle pigeon, turtle dove, sacrifice of pigeon, sacrifice of human, sacrifice of sheep, goat, oxes, all type of sacrifice the Bible speak of. So in Paul's time, all of these people, my grandfathers, that communicate with the dead, require sacrifice to speak unto the dead and to the God that they calling upon. But they were smart. Because in Ecclesiastic chapter 3, my grandfather know that the death of men and of beasts is one. And the condition of them are both is equal. As men die, so they also die. And are all beasts alike. So men die, so beasts die. They were a smart dude. They sit down and they study that. They see how these beasts die one by one. And they see how men die one by one. So they said, so the beasts die, so men die. They was clever. They was clever. And if you go into Ecclesiastic chapter 9, it will tell you there is no man that live forever. Everybody's trying to beat the system now. Everybody's trying to beat the system to see if they can live forever. These whole guys that live in pastime, they were telling you that no man will live forever. So a living dog is better than a dead lion. A living dog is better than a dead lion. I wonder why they do that. See, lion is strong and lion is powerful. And there the lion is filled with magical power. Never been taught by my black people of the Western world. Because we do not have lion too much. But all these stories have been written down in the book of the beast. And the book of the beast is hidden away from our people. The book of the vampire is hidden away from our people. The book of herbs is hidden away from our people. Because the book of herbs that you have today is not written by any black person. The first original one had been written by black because it's on the scroll. But when it comes into a small book like this, it has been written by the white men and they put it their way. It's also the book of the Bible. It's not written by the black people, but the original text have been written by the black people. But the white men take it and put it their way. And we can see that. So what they do, they gave you some Jesus called Mary the mother, Joseph the father, and the little boy they called Jesus. So they gave you that and they confuse your mind, and you can see that these people are white people. And you can see that the people that put these stories into book form are white people. So we left out of everything. All the black people left out of everything. The black people doesn't have the riches of the earth. The white men who have the riches of the earth today. When it's come to food, they got all the food. When it's come to the gold, they have all the gold stored up. Tons and tons of gold stores up. Diamonds, it's all stores up by the white men. And where they go get all these diamonds? From my great-grandfather land. The biggest gold mine is in my grandfather land. The biggest diamond mine. And I can hardly have a diamond in my ring. Can hardly have a diamond. And all of that came from my father's land. I have not the right to go there and take any of those diamonds. And it belongs to you and me. It came out of the earth. But all these so-called people call themselves the ruler of men, take everything for themselves. So the God of the Bible is these people's family. So therefore the God of the Bible have to be white too. Because they are the only people inheriting the earth. Have you ever go to these white people homes and see how beautiful it is? You think that a few of them have a little messed up homes because they choose to do that. But that's not the way they live. They have everything that they have is the best. You got to remember, they are the one that make automobile. They are the one that make aircraft. They are the one that make big crew liners. They are the one that make trains. They are the one that construct high-rise building. They make tractors. You got to remember that. They are the one that have all the big farms that plant thousands and thousands of acres of beans and black-eyed peas and corn. And they have big pasture with millions and millions of cows and sheep and goats and chickens. So you see, they have everything. Because we let them have everything. If they are not the first people, or they are not the original man of the earth, how come they have everything? And how comes they are telling you about God? And how comes they make a book you call the Bible? Because their brains wash your brains. So you can't have nothing anymore. Everything was for the black man in past. All the gold mine, all the diamonds. If you look and see all of the history jewelry that been made before they came to the Western world, that made by the black people, they made from the purest of gold. And those jewelers were black people. They're not no white men. It's like they take King Tut treasury and they bring it to the Western world, and they will tell you that these people was white people, but the sun changed their color. You gotta be a fool. White men with blue eye does not have big nostril like mine. Any white man with blue eyes that have big nostril, he have to be mixed someplace. He could come out of the black woman. But the original white men have small nostril and blue eyes. And hair upon his head. He's not a woolly man to have wool and dreadlocks. So they're all trying to make dreadlocks now. But he can't, because they still got their blue eyes and they still got their flesh color. And once the minister of the church start to teach the people some knowledge and some understanding about the earth and who we are, then we will wake up. We're not going to be sitting back waiting for the white men to give you bread, flour, sugar, rice, bean, corn. We're not going to do that. We're going to stand up. We got to stop sleep and dream. Because many men pause already, talk about dreaming, they have dreams. We got to stop that. We don't need no more dream. We need to stand up and act. No more dream. We've been dreaming for too long. For 500 years, black men been dreaming in the Western world. And his dream can't come true. I don't see no dream come true. The only man that tried to bring forth a dream was Marcus Garvey. And what was he trying to do? He tell the American government, say, hey man, you can't take our people here and work them from sun up to sundown and don't give them no money. We got to go back home. So we need compensation to go home. United States says he's a troublemaker. He went to the Queen's guest chamber in England and he said to the Queen, listen, we need compensation. We need to take our people back home. You can't just have them in the Caribbean working them from sun up till sundown and not paying them. We need compensation to go home. Only a few of them went back to Sierra Leone from the Caribbean and from the United States. You know why? Because those that were here, they were afraid to go back. Now they are telling you that the black men in the Western world have a better life more than those people that are living in Africa. Only thing black people have in the United States is homes. Africa, they have big high-rise buildings owned by black men. You see, nobody teach you that because you haven't been there. You're too afraid to spend $2,000 for flight to Africa. You don't want to go there. But those big buildings that is there, who you think that belongs to? If you go to the Caribbean where I'm from, Jamaica, who you think those high-rising buildings belong to? You think they belong to the white European? They belong to black Jamaican men. Hotels? Banks? No. The United States is changing a little because black men start to have high-rise buildings. They usually rent them from the white people. Black rent from the black in my country. Doesn't rent from white. If they do, rent from white is little. We are 75% black in the Caribbean. What it is in the United States, 30% or whatever. We got about 60 million strong in the United States. But nobody is standing up to help the black. I guess they're waiting on the white man. So the white men can use you as they want to and abuse you. But if we don't wake up, things is not going to be better. And for those that is making a lot of money and just putting off into dumb stuff and not helping their people, they're also wasting time. If you buy a 40-bedroom house, you're just wasting time unless you move all your family into that 40-bedroom house. Your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your grandmother, and everybody occupy that house. But you as a small little man have a 40-bedroom house. You don't need it. Because what you have to do, you got to pay about $2 million a year taxes on that 40-bedroom house mansion when you could be helping your people. And all them 10 Rosewood and 10 limousine that you're getting, you don't need them. I know you're saying it's your money, but you need to put it off and help the other people. Say if you can acquire land to buy and plant grains so we can have food to feed our people. So when you pass and gone, the grandchildren can stand up and say, that's Brother Josh, help us to buy this land so we have grains. Not buying a whole bunch of cars, buying a whole bunch of tractors. For what? You don't need them. You don't. And many black guys that is coming up now, they're successful, they're rich because of rapping. They got a lot of money. Football, baseball, they got a lot of money. But what are they doing with the money? The money is just sitting into the bank. In the meantime, our people are dying from hunger. Walking up and down the street crazy. Lost their sense of direction. Fill up with the hate virus. And nobody is not putting money together to say we can kill that disease. If we don't kill the disease, black men going to die. Because God made that disease. Hello? I said, your God of the Bible made the disease. Or did it made by the hands of the enemies? Huh? It's got to be somebody. What I'm saying, men came out of the herd, and men don't supposed to have any disease in his body. The animals of themselves have disease in their body to protect themselves from getting sick. And men did not came out of the herd to be sick. But by man eating the flesh of the animals, he becomes sick because he put foreign stuff into his physical body. His food was the fruits of the trees and the green leaf. But he began to roast the flesh of the beast. So he becomes sick by taking in the disease from the animal. Every one of the animal has disease in their body to preserve their body from getting sick. You can ask any scientist you want to ask. I am telling you that I am not a scientist, but I'm telling you that from knowledge within myself. Because you have poisonous bugs on the leaf that they eat. They don't supposed to eat dry corns and dry barley and all these trichocycline antibiotic and steroid. They don't supposed to eat all this animal fat from other animals. They must eat green leaf. And if you tie them under the fruit trees and the fruit drops, then they will also eat those. But they're not eating green leaf anymore. They're eating dry leaf, toxic leaf. So when they reach maturity and they take the meat to the slaughterhouse, it's a 2-time toxic. So when you put it into your body becomes toxic also. Now you don't know the way to detox the body, because the body has been contaminated. So, but what I'm saying to black men, they need to wake up. If we don't wake up and realize that we are going down into the drain, and keep on thinking about this devil, and keep on thinking about this Jesus, and keep on thinking about this God and all these angels, we're going to be messed up. We're already messed up, you know that. We have no land. We have no country. We have no language. And we have no sense of direction. We don't know where we are going as a nation, because the black woman is decreasing the race. They're taking out the baby out of the womb before it matures and put them in battles in high places. The man also is taking the sperm and dropping it on the floor, because all they're using is condom. So that's dropping the sperm on the floor, so they can't impregnate any woman whatsoever anymore. And all the young girls are prostitutes. And the minister, he is not telling anyone about that. Say, hey, young girls and young boys, please don't be prostitute. If you choose to go to school and get the white man education, go ahead, because they are the ruler. So you must educate under them, because they are the ruler. We could become ruler. The amount of church we have that we could turn into school, and the amount of black teachers we have that could teach our kids, nobody's doing that. And they could get their own knowledge. Every one of our children could learn the Aramaic language, or the Hebrew, or the Aramaic. Because we have enough church to turn into schools. You don't need those churches. But they are non-profit organization, so when you go there and give your money, the ministry can be live fat and healthy off your donation. Buy nice cars and nice suits. And every Sunday they beg you money. All they do, they're beggars, and hide under the Bible, hide behind the Bible, and let you believe they're holy men of God. But as I said, I'm running out of time, so be good. So just keep on watching this program and you will learn something. You're going to learn something from this program. Because I said the Bible is a symbolic book, you don't need to base your mind on it. Read it and see what you get out of it. Everything is past tense. Everything in the book has been done already. It was mean past in the English language. Nothing more I can say. So be good. And if you've been enlightened by this program, please write me. Please write me. So be good. That's all I can say. Nothing I can say but good.